giving her free attention never benefits you. Okay? It only benefits her. So understand that, fellas. Giving a female free attention will never, ever, 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 ever benefit you. It will only ever benefit her. Okay? And the way it benefits her is just all it does is inflate her ego. It inflates her sense of value. It makes her more narcissistic, more egotistical, more full of herself. And it doesn't help you. Okay? Whenever you give a girl free attention, there's no return on investment in that. Okay? Can you think of a single time where you gave a girl free attention and she turned around and was like, oh my gosh, you, come home with me. Oh my gosh, you, will you be mine? Will you be mine? Will you be my boyfriend? No, that doesn't happen. Okay? When you give a girl free attention, all she's thinking in her head is, I got him. Whew, I'm hot. He's a chump. Ooh, another one. Right? She's just basically using you. Right? She's basically using you. I mean, and the reason she's using you is because you're giving her permission to use you. Whenever you give a girl free attention, that is essentially what you're doing. You're giving her permission to use you for that free attention that will pump up her ego, feel better about herself. It will raise her self-esteem. Meanwhile, it's doing really nothing for you. I mean, you know, she's just a female. There are tons of them everywhere, right? There's like over 3.5 billion of them on the planet. They're everywhere. There is no benefit in you giving a girl free attention, ever. Okay? I mean, if you want to look at hot girls, just use Google Images. At least they won't know you're checking them out. If you're out there and you see a girl and you start gawking at her, whistling at her, catcalling her, there's never been a single time where that's worked and you know it. Where the girl turned around and was like, oh, my dream guy. Here he is. He's here. The man, the king, the prince. No. She's just like, oh, okay, yeah, what a chump, right? What a chump. The only time you should ever even look at a girl is if you plan on approaching her. If you plan to walk right up to her and talk to her. Right? That is the only time that I will ever look at a girl. If I see a girl that I want to approach, usually that's why I'm looking at her. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going. Then I would just go talk to her. I don't waste time, right? I don't waste time. I don't sit back and stare at the girl forever and be all creepy. And this is why in pickup in game, for example, we have the 3-second rule, right? You basically have 3 seconds from the moment you see the girl to the moment you go approach her. You give yourself 3 seconds so this awkward creepiness doesn't set in between you where it's like, oh, ew, who is this guy? Is it stalker or something? Or he's creepy. No, instead, those 3 seconds and boom, you walk up to her. Immediately, she's thinking, man, this guy's a man. This guy's got balls. This guy's got guts, right? He's not sitting there, you know, being creepy and gawking at me and all this. He just walked right up to me and said, hi. Hey, who are you? Right? And then once you start talking to her and she sees that you're a normal person, all of that like, oh, he's creepy, he's stalker, all that type of, all of those insinuations that she had in her head, basically go away, right? They dissolve. And she starts to see you as a person and not some creeper object that was like gawking at her as she was walking by. And this is why I teach my own students that, hey, if you're going to look at a girl, you better go approach, right? You better go approach. You should know within those 3 seconds if she's cute or not. You should know. And if she is, don't sit there and keep checking her out. Be a man and go talk to her. Just go say hi. Go open her real quick. I mean, even if you're shy or you're not feeling like you're at your best that day, just open her indirectly. I teach you a lot of indirect openers in my program, 7 Months of Mastery. I teach you exactly what to say in that program. So there's no excuses, right? But just go talk to the girl. A lot of times, too, you'll talk to the girl, you'll open her, and then you'll find out she's not as attractive as you thought she was. This is a common thing that will happen too once you actually start talking to these girls. Stop being a creeper, like, giving her this free attention. Once you start talking to her, you'll be like, oh, she has this kind of weird tooth back here, I notice. Or, oh, she kind of has a crooked smile. I didn't notice that she has this big bump on her nose, right? These things you don't notice because you're just too busy, like, looking at her as a piece of meat as she walks by and giving her this free attention, pumping up her ego and shit. Not to get too far off topic, just understand, Giving a girl free attention will never benefit you. It will only benefit her. It doesn't pump up your ego any. It doesn't make you feel any better about yourself. You know, maybe you got your rocks off for a second, but it doesn't make you feel any better, right? There's no return on investment. She's not going to turn around, walk over to you and pull her pants down. That's just not going to happen. When I say free attention, I'm not just talking about offline in the real world. I'm talking about online too. Man, especially online, all you thirsty betas liking these girls' selfies, their dumb social media posts, and dropping comments on it. It's just insane. Ever since the rise of social media, women as a whole have almost overnight turned into complete egomaniacs, where they feel like their sense of value is just through the roof, right? When realistically it's not. At least before social media, women had more of a realistic view of their social standing. Whereas now, it's totally unrealistic, it's totally delusional, and a lot of it is fed by these beta orbiters. This is why whenever I get girls going, how many followers do you have on YouTube or, you know, wherever? And I tell them, then they're like, oh, I have way more than that. And I'm like, yeah, you have way more. You know why? Because there's lots of thirsty beta orbiters out there. I'm like, you seriously want to count thirsty beta orbiters as followers? Guys that are just like incels, guys who like watch Pornhub every night because they can't get a real woman, guys who are in scarcity, guys who are like 40-year-old virgins. You seriously want to count them? I'm like, man, I'm like, at least my subscribers are high value. They're not low value like yours. Yours are a bunch of like socially awkward, weird creepers, right? I'm like, I don't have followers like that. And then all of a sudden they're like not feeling so good because I'm being real. I'm like, you just got thirsty betas following you, girl. You don't have no high value guys following you or anything like that. Just a bunch of thirsty betas because you're uploading selfies of you showing off your TNA. That's it. That's nothing to brag about. I'm like, I don't know why so many of these girls like wear their social media, like their amount of social media followers like a badge of honor when it's all like 90% beta orbiters who haven't been laid in years, haven't had a date since high school, are sitting there just, you know, feeding her money on OnlyFans and thinking like she's trying to sit back thinking like she's all high value. It's like, no, you're not. You don't produce anything of value. You're just uploading these provocative like selfies of yourself, and I'm like, that doesn't take any skill. So I always call them out on that. But either way, you should too. And at the end of the day, stop giving these girls free attention, whether it be online or offline, because it doesn't benefit you guys. When will you get it through your thick heads that giving women free attention, online or offline, will never benefit you? And it's just making the problem worse. This is why you got girls who are like, 200 pounds overweight thinking that they deserve a Chad, right? That's insane. I mean, even 10, 15 years ago, before social media became real mainstream and dating apps became mainstream, these girls were not that at that level of being delusional, right? They at least had some sense of what they could get and what they can't get. And now, thanks to all the thirsty betas in the world, they have this very delusional sense of where their sexual marketplace value is. So stop giving these girls free attention. It only benefits them and it does not benefit us. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 months of mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 months of mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 months of mastery. They were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms, or women who are passive prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it. And it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance. And let's crack on out of here.